Imagine growing up in a household where fast food is the norm and healthy meals are almost non-existent. This is the reality for many families, where convenience often trumps nutrition, leading to struggles with weight and health. Today, we're diving into the story of a 14-year-old girl who decided to take control of her health and try to change her family's eating habits for the better. Have you ever felt powerless watching your loved ones make unhealthy choices? Join us as we explore one teenager's courageous journey to break the cycle of fast food addiction in her family and discover the challenges and triumphs she faces along the way. Can one person's determination truly inspire change? Let's find out.
Hey everyone, I'm 14 and I've been dealing with a pretty frustrating situation at home. Ever since I can remember, my parents have been hooked on fast food. Seriously, they get it all the time. Growing up, I didn't think much about it, but recently I've started to understand why I've been overweight for so long. Our house is always stocked with chips and soda, but healthy stuff like veggies? Hardly ever. Whenever I ask for healthier options, they brush it off saying, veggies are too expensive for what you get. And cooking at home? That's almost a foreign concept to them. Most of the time, I end up cooking for all of us just to avoid another fast food dinner. But even then, it's a struggle. Whenever I mention that I don't want to eat fast food, they hit me with, it costs so much more to eat at home, and we don't have time. Lately, I've been really focused on losing weight and eating healthier. Breakfast and lunch are usually okay since I can make my own meals, but dinner is always a battleground. My parents still bring home fast food at least 3 times a week. And if I go out with my mom, it's almost guaranteed that she'll decide she's hungry and grab a couple of double cheeseburgers and a Dr. Pepper from McDonald's, which, by the way, is like 800 calories for a snack. I've been trying to figure out a way to get them to cut back on the fast food without making them angry. Every time I bring up the issue, they get defensive and mad. I really need some advice on how to handle this situation. How can I get my parents to understand that their fast food habit is not just affecting their health, but mine too? Any tips on how to encourage them to cook more at home without starting World War III would be really appreciated. Growing up in a household where fast food is a staple might sound like a dream to some, but for me, it's been more of a nightmare. Imagine being surrounded by greasy burgers, salty fries, and sugary sodas almost every day. It might be fun at first, but after a while, it becomes clear how unhealthy it is. When I was younger, I didn't understand why I couldn't fit into clothes like my friends did or why I got tired so quickly during gym class. My parents never made the connection between our diet and our health. It was just normal for us to swing by a drive-thru for dinner or snack on chips and soda while watching TV. But as I got older, I started to see things differently. I noticed how other families cooked meals at home and ate together at the dinner table. They had vegetables, lean meats, and whole grains, things that rarely made an appearance in our kitchen. I began to feel self-conscious about my weight and wondered if things could be different. One day, I decided enough was enough. I was tired of feeling sluggish and out of shape. I wanted to be healthier, to feel better about myself. So, I started researching nutrition and learning about healthy eating. I discovered the importance of balanced meals, the benefits of fruits and vegetables, and the dangers of too much fast food. My first step was to take control of my breakfast and lunch. I started making smoothies with fresh fruits and spinach, having whole grain cereal with almond milk, and packing salads or sandwiches with lean protein for lunch. These small changes made a big difference. I had more energy, felt less bloated, and even started to lose a bit of weight. But dinner was a different story. My parents were set in their ways. They believed that fast food was cheaper and more convenient than cooking at home. Every time I tried to suggest a home-cooked meal, they would roll their eyes and say, "We don't have time for that," or "It's too expensive." It was frustrating, to say the least. I didn't understand how they could be so resistant to change, especially when it was clear that our eating habits were affecting our health. I wanted to scream, "Don't you see what this is doing to us?" But I knew that wouldn't get me anywhere. I needed a different approach. So, I decided to lead by example. I started cooking dinner for the family, trying out new recipes that were healthy and delicious. I made grilled chicken with roasted vegetables, stir-fried tofu with brown rice, and homemade soups packed with nutrients. At first, my parents were skeptical. They would take a bite and say, "It's okay, but it's not as good as a burger." But slowly, they started to come around. They realized that healthy food could be tasty and satisfying. They saw how much effort I was putting into making meals for us, and they began to appreciate it. We even started having family dinners at the table, something we hadn't done in years. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were still plenty of times when my parents would fall back into their old habits. We'd be out running errands, and my mom would suddenly decide she was hungry and pull into a fast food drive-thru. I'd try to suggest healthier options, but she'd just sigh and say, "It's just one meal, it won't hurt." But I knew it wasn't just one meal. It was a pattern, a habit that needed to be broken. And breaking habits is hard. It takes time, patience, and a lot of persistence. So, I kept at it. I kept cooking healthy meals, kept talking to my parents about the importance of nutrition, and kept encouraging them to make better choices. One night, after another fast food dinner, I decided to have a serious talk with my parents. I told them how much I wanted us to be healthier, how I was tired of feeling overweight and sluggish, and how much it would mean to me if we could make some changes together. I was nervous, expecting them to get defensive and angry as they usually did. But to my surprise, they listened. They saw how passionate I was about this and how much it meant to me. They agreed to try harder, to make more meals at home, and to cut back on the fast food. It wasn't a complete turnaround, but it was a start. As the weeks went by, things started to improve. We were eating more home-cooked meals, trying out new recipes together, and even going for walks as a family. I felt more connected to my parents than I had in a long time. We were working together towards a common goal, and it felt amazing. Of course, there were still slip-ups. Old habits die hard, and there were times when we'd end up at a fast food joint again. But instead of getting frustrated, I tried to stay positive and focused on the progress we were making. Every small step forward was a victory, and I celebrated each one. The biggest change came when my parents started to see the benefits of eating healthier. They had more energy, felt less sluggish, and even started to lose some weight themselves. They realized that cooking at home wasn't as time-consuming or expensive as they thought. In fact, we were saving money by not eating out all the time. Looking back, I can see how far we've come. It wasn't easy, and there were plenty of times when I wanted to give up. But I'm so glad I didn't. Changing our eating habits has not only improved our health, but it has also brought us closer together as a family. We've learned to support each other, to try new things, and to make better choices. For anyone out there dealing with a similar situation, my advice is to be patient and persistent. Change takes time, and it's not always easy. But if you're passionate about it and willing to put in the effort, you can make a difference. Lead by example, have open and honest conversations, and celebrate every small victory. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. In the end, our journey to healthier eating has taught me a lot about resilience, patience, and the power of family. It's shown me that even small changes can make a big difference and that working together towards a common goal can bring people closer. And most importantly, it's taught me that taking care of our health is one of the best gifts we can give ourselves and each other. Our family's journey from fast food addicts to healthier eaters hasn't been without its setbacks. There were moments when it felt like we were taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But each challenge taught us something new and brought us closer together. One of the biggest challenges was dealing with cravings. My parents were used to the instant gratification that fast food provided. When those cravings hit, it was hard for them to resist. We had to find healthier alternatives that still satisfied those cravings. For example, instead of reaching for a bag of chips, we'd make homemade popcorn seasoned with herbs. Instead of sugary sodas, we'd infuse water with fruits like lemon and berries. Another challenge was meal planning and preparation. My parents often said they didn't have time to cook, but we found that with a little planning, it was possible to prepare healthy meals even on busy days. We started meal prepping on weekends, chopping vegetables, marinating meats, and cooking batches of grains so that we had everything ready to go during the week. This not only saved time but also made it easier to stick to our healthy eating goals. We also discovered the joy of cooking together. It became a family activity that we all looked forward to. We experimented with new recipes, tried different cuisines, and even grew some of our own herbs and vegetables. Cooking together turned into a bonding experience, and it was rewarding to see the pride in my parents' eyes when they made a healthy meal. Despite these positive changes, there were still moments of temptation. Social events, outings with friends, and busy schedules sometimes led us back to fast food. But instead of getting discouraged, we learned to forgive ourselves and get back on track. It was important to remember that one slip-up didn't undo all the progress we had made. We also learned the importance of support. I found a community of like-minded people online who were also on their own health journeys. Sharing our experiences, challenges, and successes helped me stay motivated. I realized that I wasn't alone and that others were facing similar struggles. As time went on, my parents' attitudes towards food began to change. They started to enjoy the taste of fresh, wholesome ingredients and appreciated the effort that went into preparing meals. They became more mindful of their eating habits and made healthier choices even when I wasn't around to remind them. One of the most rewarding moments was when my mom, who used to be the biggest fast food advocate, started suggesting new healthy recipes for us to try. She even signed up for a cooking class to learn more about nutrition and healthy cooking techniques. Seeing her take such an active interest in our health was incredibly inspiring. My dad, too, made significant changes. He started going for morning walks, something he hadn't done in years. He told me how much better he felt, both physically and mentally. These changes weren't just about losing weight, they were about feeling better, having more energy, and taking control of our health. Through all of this, I learned the importance of perseverance. There were times when it felt like we weren't making any progress, but looking back, I can see how much we've accomplished. Our journey wasn't perfect, but it was real and it was ours. For anyone out there facing similar challenges, know that change is possible. It might not happen overnight, and there will be setbacks, but don't give up. Start with small steps, be patient with yourself and your loved ones, and celebrate every victory, no matter how small. Our story isn't just about eating healthier, it's about transforming our lives and building stronger family bonds. It's about learning to take care of ourselves and each other. And it's about the power of determination and the impact that one person can have when they're passionate about making a change. So, if you're struggling with your own health journey or trying to inspire change in your family, remember that it's not just about the destination but the journey. Embrace the process, stay positive, and keep pushing forward. You never know just how far you can go until you try.
Spending more quality time with family is essential to strengthening bonds and creating lasting memories. Our story of a 14-year-old girl trying to change her family's unhealthy eating habits by cooking meals and promoting healthier choices highlights just how powerful family time can be. In a world dominated by fast food and busy schedules, taking the time to be together and prioritize health and connection can solve numerous family issues, from poor communication to feelings of disconnection. By dedicating time to quality family activities, you can transform your home environment and foster deeper connections. Imagine turning meal prep into a family activity where everyone pitches in, learns about nutrition, and enjoys the process together.
This not only builds healthier habits, but also creates a sense of teamwork and shared responsibility. Improve communication * cooking and eating together encourage open conversations and sharing. Strengthen emotional bonds * collaborative activities like meal prep and family dinners foster a sense of unity and support. Create positive habits * engaging in healthy activities together promotes a lifestyle that values well-being and mindfulness. Build lasting memories * shared experiences, from trying new recipes to enjoying a meal together, create cherished memories that strengthen family ties. If you're ready to transform your family's dynamic and prioritize quality time together, we have the perfect resource for you. Our ebook, Activities Guide to Strengthen Family Bonds, 100 Activities to Build Healthy and Happy Relationships, offers a comprehensive solution to help you incorporate meaningful activities into your daily routine. With practical, easy-to-implement ideas, this guide is designed to help you create healthy habits and make the most of your time together. Don't miss the opportunity to create incredible memories and strengthen your family's bonds. Click on the link in the description and in the first pinned comment to purchase the ebook right now. Let's embark on this journey together and build a family that's connected, supportive, and full of love. We'd love to hear your thoughts, reactions, and ideas about today's story. Did any particular character steal your heart? Were you nervous about a surprising plot twist? Or perhaps you have your own theories about what might happen next. Whatever it is, don't hesitate to share. Remember to keep all comments respectful and constructive. We value diverse opinions and perspectives. Positive vibes only. Let's spread positivity and encouragement in our community. Kind words can make all the difference. Your voices matter, and we can't wait to hear what you have to say. Let's continue this journey together as we celebrate the magic of storytelling. Thank you for being part of our community.